The moment it hits, I'm not enough, am I? It doesn't always come after failure. Sometimes the pain appears after doing everything right. You show up on time, you try your best, you follow the rules, and then one day you're let go. Not just from a job, but from a friendship, a relationship, a team, and no one even really notices. You walk out with your things, holding back tears, but the heaviest thing you carry isn't your bag. It's the thought that maybe you're just not enough. This kind of pain doesn't leave a bruise. It doesn't show up on scans or x-rays, but it shows up in the way you stop talking in meetings, the way you laugh a little less, the way you hesitate before texting a friend, worried you're too much or not enough. This is emotional pain, and it's one of the most quietly devastating things a person can carry, especially when it comes from a deep place of feeling invisible, rejected, or unworthy. 5 questions that can save you when you feel lost. When you're spiraling, questioning your worth, the mind needs something to hold on to. Not just motivation, direction, identity, purpose. Here are the 5 questions that can bring you back. 1. Who are you? What is your name? Not your job title, not your achievements. Your name, your presence. The world didn't give it to you. Pain didn't erase it. 2. What do you love doing? Not what you're good at, not what earns you praise. What brings you alive, even when no one is watching? 3. Who do you do it for? Not just your boss, your family, or your followers, but the people who change because of you, the ones whose pain softens in your presence. 4. What do they need from you? Sometimes it's not your skill, it's your energy, your listening, your quiet stability. 5. How do they change because of you? You may not see it every day, but when you show up, someone breathes easier. Someone feels seen. Someone feels hope. These are not just reflection questions, they are anchors, especially when the emotional pain tells you that you don't matter. There's a pain that screams, but there's also one that lingers silently. The pain of being forgotten in a crowd, of working hard and still being invisible, of offering love but not being chosen. This kind of emotional pain doesn't feel like a moment, it feels like a pattern, and eventually it becomes part of how you see yourself. You stop believing you're worthy of better. You settle. You stay quiet. You stop raising your hand. We don't need compliments. We need confirmation. We need someone to look at us and say, "You are not invisible. What you do and who you are makes a difference." That's what makes emotional pain so dangerous. It convinces us to withdraw until someone proves otherwise. But if that someone never comes, we shrink into roles we were never meant to play. When pain is unresolved, it reprograms how you move in the world. You go from working out of joy to working out of fear. You say yes, not because you want to, but because you're afraid of being left out. You do more, not because it matters, but because you're trying to prove that you matter. This is how emotional pain hijacks your purpose. But the way out isn't to hustle harder. It's to return to the questions. Who are you? Why do you do this? What matters to you really? These questions cut through the noise and through the pain. Healing emotional pain doesn't begin with fixing. It begins with reminding yourself that you exist, that you matter, that you are still here. Try this every morning. Say your name out loud. Say one thing you like about yourself, not what others like, what you like. Say who you're helping today and why it matters. Say one way the world is better because you're in it. This is not toxic positivity. This is reclaiming your existence. Pain is not punishment. It's a signal, a messenger, a cry from the part of you that still wants to be whole. When you stop running from emotional pain, you might hear it say, "Hey, you've been carrying too much. You've forgotten who you are. Come back." And when you do, when you turn toward your pain with presence instead of shame, it becomes something else entirely. A guide, a teacher, a gift. The worst part of emotional pain isn't the pain itself. It's the aloneness inside it. That's why we need to answer those 5 questions, not just for ourselves, but for the parts of us that still feel left behind. Because when you finally see yourself again, you stop waiting for the world to validate you. You become the one who chooses yourself. That's not selfish, that's healing. So, if this truth quietly echoed something dormant within you, don't scroll past it. You matter. Your presence is not a whisper in the void. Sometimes healing doesn't arrive like thunder. Sometimes it tiptoes in through your decision to stay and see and soften. If this video spoke to the unseen chapters of your soul, subscribe, not just to a channel, but to the quiet revolution inside yourself, where silence is no longer suffering and being enough is no longer a question.